The radar systems group originally required analog circuits to process the returned echoes to the radar. In the early 1970s, Hughes pioneered the development of digital signal processing. A key link to enable this development was the analog signal conditioner. This took analog signals, amplified and filtered them, and performed analog to digital conversion. Hughes recognized the importance of signal conversion, both analog to digital and digital to analog. So a concerted effort was started to use the latest technology to advance the state-of-the-art of these critical components. Commercial high-performance converters were not available, but decreased space and increased performance were still required. A prototype engineering 4-bit analog to digital converter used discrete components and contained 165 resistors, 30 semiconductors, 78 capacitors, and a 14-layer printed circuit board. This 6.5 by 8.5 inch module again had to be reduced in size, space, power consumption, and cost. In 1973, the converter was repackaged as a 1 by 2 inch hybrid. Although considerable reductions were achieved, further miniaturization was required to meet desired encoding capabilities. Since new integrated circuit technology provided an opportunity to reduce the hybrid into a monolithic chip, the Radar Systems Group entered into a joint venture with an integrated circuit manufacturer. A custom integrated circuit chip was fabricated from a Radar Systems Group design. In 1976, the first monolithic chip measuring approximately 1/8 of an inch on a side was developed. A comparison shows that the hybrid contained 90 resistors, 27 semiconductors, 16 capacitors, 400 wire bonds, and required 18 active trims. It consumed 8 watts of power and operated at 100 megasamples per second. In 1976, it cost $2,500. The quantizer chip contained only 40 wire bonds, consumed only 1.8 watts, and operated at 400 megasamples per second. It cost only $195. The reduced cost, space, weight, and power consumption, along with an increase in reliability and performance, opened the door for future custom chip development. The birth of the F-18 radar occurred in 1977. It became apparent that the 4-bit analog to digital converter was the essential element in that design due to space and speed requirements. The highly successful design of the F-18 system was therefore built around the 4-bit monolithic chip. The converter's performance in the F-18 is still considered to be the state-of-the-art in radar systems. With prime contract and space and communications group funding, a high-resolution 6-bit encoder was developed in 1977. This encoder used 4 4-bit quantizer chips and has been successfully used in the F-18 radar. Its superior performance demonstrated that monolithic chips are essential for high-speed conversion. Beginning in 1984, second-source quantizers will be implemented. The delivered price of the chip will then be reduced from $425 to $85. This will reduce the cost of the 6-bit encoder from $3,140 to $1,780. Additional benefits of the custom integrated circuit technology are evident in other quantizer development activities. Through further integration, the number of quantizers in the 6-bit encoder hybrid will be reduced from 4 4-bit quantizer chips to 2 5-bit quantizer chips, to finally 1 6-bit quantizer chip. Implementation has already begun. During 1981-82, the 5-bit quantizer chip became a reality. This chip is only 109 by 132 mils in size. It contains 2,200 transistors, operates at 500 megahertz, and consumes 2.2 watts of power. The new design of the 6-bit encoder hybrid using two 5-bit quantizer chips is scheduled for implementation into F-18 hardware in 1985. This redesign will reduce the cost of the 6-bit encoder hybrid to $1,280. With the success and yields achieved in the first chip design iteration, the Advanced Circuit Technology Laboratory was encouraged to go to further levels of integration. The 5-bit quantizer architecture was used to integrate the 6-bit quantizer. This chip is 180 by 200 mils in size. It contains 3,500 transistors, operates at 500 megahertz, and consumes 5.5 watts of power. The 6-bit encoder hybrid using only one 6-bit quantizer chip is scheduled for implementation into F-18 hardware in 1986 at a cost of $590. All of the integrated circuit technology is being used at the Radar Systems Group to help reduce the cost of the F-18 radar and other programs. Over the next 2 years, the cost of the 6-bit encoder hybrid will be decreased from $3,140 to $590. At the same time, the performance and reliability of the hardware will be increased. In addition to these achievements, a large number of custom integrated circuits which support the data conversion processes are in various stages of development. These integrated circuits consist of sample and hold circuits, amplifiers, digital error correction circuits, active mixers, digital to analog converters, and approximately 30 other designs. Implementation of these chips into all of the hardware will keep the Radar Systems Group at the forefront of converter technology at a competitive price. The Advanced Circuit Technology Laboratory is dedicated to using the latest integrated circuit technology to benefit all of the programs of the Radar Systems Group.